haven't made a video in a really long time. I just came about making the idea of making videos again on how my car is looking. It's been, I think, 2 years since I posted last time about my car. Um, yeah, this is my car. It's a Subaru 2006 Impreza 2.5i, which means it's a non-turbo version. Currently, it's been wide-bodied already for I think almost a year or so. Um, what I'm doing to it now is just basically fixing the little dings and dents that the car had that I gave it, or they just already had. Um, Things like that. Mostly just using putty glaze and stuff like that. So just showing you my car. So the whole point, what I'm doing right now, or what I was trying to do, was mold the flares to the body. All right, the flares are made of fiberglass. So I just need to fiberglass everything back onto the body, remove some of the paint and from the fenders and all that. But my freaking compressor blew out. It stopped working completely. So with that compressor, I don't really want to be sanding by hand. That's gonna take a really long time. If I can just get a compressor, I just sand it right away. With 80 grit or 120, doesn't really matter. It's just take it down and just now add the level of fiberglass, and then fiberglass Bondo on top, and then regular Bondo on top of that. That's how I'm gonna go about it. But yeah, this is just an update to show you guys my car, and if you guys want me to keep posting videos of my work and what I've done to the car. I've done a lot, but some of the stuff I didn't really post just because school, entering a new chapter in my life, going to college, just graduated high school. As you can see, that's a big dent that I want to take out, but for that I need a nail gun, which I don't have, but there's a shop near me that is, I'm pretty cool with, so I'm gonna see if I can go over there. So pretty wide. Got the APR mirrors, I'll show you in a little bit. Also have a wing, but not currently on right now. I went to stock exhaust. I do have unequal length headers still with the just basically resonator and stock Subaru muffler. I live in California, so the laws here are pretty strict, and I'm kind of tired of getting tickets for my exhaust and all that jazz. So I just kind of went back to being quiet for a little bit until things get better, maybe. So yeah, I have the sea lights too. Those are pretty nice. Let me show you the APR mirrors. The APR mirrors, they're universal basically for Subaru. At least I can say for the Imprezas. Basically, Door X and STI has the same hinges and everything. So it's carbon fiber. It's really nice. I like it. If you can see those little spots right there, all of those little things are basically door dings. What I did was sand them down a little bit, and I'm putting glaze putty on top of them just because I don't need to put like heavy duty Bondo, and it's just more of a mess to do it. Glaze putty, just put it over, done, and just resand everything once you're done. So that's what I plan on doing right now. That's what I am doing right now. As you can see, I just taped it up because I don't want to have it onto the actual paint, because around it's not really too sanded. It's mostly on the spot, and maybe like less than freaking quarter, less than half of a quarter of sanding area for me to just put it over, because I don't want to get over too much on the actual paint, because I'm not sanding the whole car yet, right? So the car is just gonna get spray painted where all of these are. Meanwhile, and that's it until I can actually paint the car. I do have a lot of stuff planned for this car. As you can see, I'm using this little sketchy thing because I ran out of these, and I don't want to go buy a new one, so I just cut it. At least just to put it on. This is like stage one of the work, right? This is not like professional at all. If I really want to do it good, I'll get new of these and go about it just sanding the whole area, not really caring about taking off the paint. But I don't want to do that because I'm going to be driving this every day, so I don't want it to look too janky at the same time. I do care still what the car looks like, so I mean I care, but then it's in process of finishing up and everything. But let me show you guys what I mean. So here I had to repair that because the hole broke. It ripped out, so I put fiberglass. I fiberglassed it all. First time you're doing fiberglass, learned a lot. Basically how this goes is that, right? You look for the holes. So I had it My biggest mistake when I first did this kit was I gotta look for me. So my mistake when I first did this kit, I did everything to this car myself, right? I put the headlights myself, put these on myself. The only thing I didn't do was paint these, just because I don't know how to paint. But the biggest mistake that I did was I was thinking, okay, the bigger the holes, the more, stronger it's gonna be because of the bolt head, right? So that was my thinking, and I didn't see other cars that were flared around me because I never really seen too many, or I didn't see how they did it. So what I did was I got really big bolts, right? And when you get really big bolts, it means that the diameter of the bolts, a little thicker. So those bolts were a little bit thicker. So what happened was I did the thicker bolts. So when I did the rip nuts were also pretty big, right? So this for the front wasn't really a big of an issue, right? That wasn't the issue. The front, yeah, they're big, but it wasn't too bad, right? Now I came to the issue in the back rear of doing the flares. And these are eBay flares, so they're not the carton flares, which are probably more. They probably feel a little bit more better than the super ones, right? Or the ones from eBay. Oh crap, that's on there. Take it off. So as you can see right here, that's not how it's supposed to fit. That looks janky. I mean, it's okay, but let me show you over here. Over here, I don't even have it on right now because these holes don't even line up. I didn't even do it right. That bolt doesn't even look. It has a whole like spacing right. Oh, sorry. It has a whole spacing like that. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a space in the back. And that I had to fix, so that was on me. But how I had it, like, look, these holes are pretty big. I can pretty much stick my pinky in there. So that was my, fault when I first did this. I wasn't inexperienced with, doing, wide body kits. It was my first time ever. So when I did that, I wasn't really thinking too much about it. I was just kind of excited just to put it on and see how the car looked like. But after I did that, the car stayed like that for a while without them painted. They were just, primered and that's it. And then I got them painted around. And I didn't really specify the shop to like, hey, can you refill them and then drill new ones? I didn't tell them that. I said, hey, can you paint these? And obviously they just did what I asked them to do. Now with a shop, I paid really cheap for the paint. So I'll say this, you get what you paid for. The paint itself, it's okay. I kind of was mad about what happened in a sense, so they didn't even get to like polish it or anything like that. So that's why like there's like fish. Not I don't want to say fishness, but like it's not as shiny as like the whole car. But it's okay because from away you can't really tell, so it's fine. The whole car itself, if you look from far away, it looks perfect, but the car has a lot of scratches or a lot of swirls, mostly a lot of swirls. And as you can see, a lot of door dings, which are not really too noticeable, but I noticed them because I know how to tell. And this was my accident. I had to change the flare as well, which was my accident as well. These were just when I first had my wing, the wing was like over here, right? Where you see these, that's where the wing used to be, right in the middle, which it wasn't even a swan neck to make sense. It was the eBay wing when I found out later. And then I said, okay, this looks stupid. So I decided to put them all the way to the edge. I drilled new holes onto the wing itself and it looked better, right? I just never had end plates, so it looked kind of funky, but it was better than what it was before. So if you have a wing like from eBay that like it's those straight up ones that have it right in the middle and it's pretty tall, or like I think it's the short ones and then they have the big carbon fiber wing on the back. Yeah, it's like that. It's up to there, I think. I would say get the Big Country Lab stands and just drill new holes. That's what I did with mine. And it looks pretty good, and then it hits about like over here. That's how tall it is. It's like pretty much the roof line, and the visibility is great. You don't have an issue with that. So that happened. All right. So that's pretty much what's going on with my car. The plans for this is okay. I want to finish all the bodywork from the outside, and if I can start, bolting the flares with the to the body, because the way I'm gonna go about it, also is for the front. It's a little bit more easier than the rear. The rear is like where I'm gonna have to think a little bit more and do a little bit more work. The rear is the front's what I'm gonna try to do is buy the 3M adhesive bonding something. It's a black one, and what you do is basically it's glue, you just glue it onto there. So for the fronts, you're able to like push down and it will touch the fender for on most places, right? Like that. Sorry, like that. So you just bolt it down, it'll glue onto there, right? Once I do that, all of this will be stripped, right? Up to like right there and like up to right there. So be stripped. It would just be fiberglass and metal. And to do that, I'm gonna fiberglass the flares from the top side real good. It should be really tight to the body already with the glue itself, so it will be really minimal. It's mostly just for the structure. And then before I do that, I'm gonna delete the holes already before I do that, because then if I fiberglass it, and then the holes will be there and I can't really put anything in the back to what's it called to stop the things going in there, or the fiberglass bondo to it'll go in there and it's just gonna make a mess. So I need to put some tape behind it and then glue it and then put bondo through there. That makes sense. So I'll do that. So I want to do the fronts first, because I know that's gonna be the easiest out of all of it. To finish the body work, just spray paint it, it's fine. I'm not in a rush, because the color that I'm going with once it's all done is candy apple red. Now I have two options: either I paint it myself, get a booth and just get the supplies in my area. It's about $900 for the supplies for the things that I need with the House of Color, or I can get it done for about 1,600, almost $2,000, which is, to me, is pretty cheap in most places. It's with this guy on Instagram. So I mean, obviously it's not like super professional, but like I seen his work on a car before, so it wasn't too bad. Like I said, you get what you pay for, and I kind of just want to do it because right now I'm going to school, I'm in college, I can't really afford to go pay $4,000, $5,000 for just a single paint job. It's just not possible for me. So those are my two options. I mean, painting, I have some idea of how to do it. I can't say. If anything that I would do first would be, I'll be down to prime the car. It was just the only thing be, I don't know if I could actually throw down some candy, because candy is a little bit different than regular paint. So if it really comes down to it, I might just prime the whole car myself, and then have someone just throw the candy over it, and probably a little bit more cheaper since they're not doing more work. But it just really depends if I can find someone who can do the work like that. So yeah, that's the plan for the car. This car is, it's gonna be more of a track car and a show car at the same time. Most people just either pick one or each. Some do both. But I am gonna check the car eventually, and do a DIY turbo just for the fun of it. I know I'm not gonna make any power out of it, but just to get the turbo noise, it's fine. It's my decision. I already spent a lot of money in this car, so this car's not going anywhere anytime soon. It's probably stay with me for a really long time. But yeah, that's the whole plan with my car. If you guys want to look at updates and me doing work, I can post more videos about showing a little bit more about my car. There's a lot of things that I've done to it that I didn't really go over about, as you can just see. So if you want videos, just comment down below, and I can just do weekly updates. And if you guys want it to be more serious, I can take it more serious. Right now, just doing once in a while for the fun of it. Don't see it too much as a hobby of posting videos unless it goes good. So that's my gist of my cars. My Subaru Impreza 2006 2.5i, wide body with some nice wheels, no rips. So you already know what's the deal. All right, y'all have a good one. Enjoy my video, man.